What's good, everyone? I got quite the video for you guys to watch. Just like my other two, this is now part 3. If you don't like watching disputes between neighbors or just people not minding their own business, then I don't think you're going to like watching this video. But like I said in my first part, my rant, my 15-minute long rant about how I got $400 in tickets for leaving my jack on a jack stand for 10 hours while I was at work waiting on a new part. I was doing a brake job and I left my Jeep like that for 10 hours, and police came over to me while I was at work. You know, they know who I am and everything, so they demanded to speak to me because of my vehicle situation in the street. A lot of people are angry that I have a old 91 Dodge Ram Charger that it's registered. I'm paying insurance on it. The inspection expired before I bought it, so needs a little bit of work before it's going to be able to pass inspection. When I bought the truck, I was still in school, and I just need to go back to school. My work schedule is conflicting, but I was expecting that I would be a student as soon as I got that truck here in town, and that I would be able to bring it into school and finish all the work that I need to finish on it in order to make it pass inspection. But I'm not going to be going back to school till the fall. It's going to be about another 6 weeks before I'll be back in. Middle of August right now, and the truck's been sitting there all summer. So it's not, you know, like it's endangering anybody. It's not a threat. It's not a hazard. There's nothing wrong with it, other than the fact that the inspection's expired and people don't like it because it's a lifted, ugly eyesore. But this is the type of area that I live in. People can't mind their own business. Everybody's freaking nosy. They have nothing else better to do. They have to go. They have to find whatever they can, whatever dirt they can on whoever. If you know, someone doesn't like me because of my truck or whatever, then they're going to do every single thing in their power. Involve the police, lie, even steal the tickets off of my vehicles. After the police come and issue me tickets, just go right ahead and steal the tickets off. That's what happened to me last week. And anyway, it's a week later now. I completed my brake job on the Jeep. New caliper, new pads and rotors all around. I painted the brake calipers. It took me a couple nights of work. I never left my Jeep up on jack stands for more than 10 hours. I get harassed for it. I have the police come visit me while I'm at work. Tell me that they would hate to see this lead to my arrest, but that we need to talk. We need to talk about the junk cars that I have in the street. The cars up on blocks. Apparently a concerned citizen complained, said that my Jeep was up on a jack and that their kids might go and play under my Jeep and that the Jeep might fall on them and crush them. And then the cop said that the Jeep is a public safety hazard because it's on a jack and it's on a hill. Well, that's all in the part 1 and part 2. If you want to go ahead and watch that, check out my channel. You'll see my 15-minute long rant. If you want to watch that, be my guest. If you want to just skim through it, you'll get the gist of what's going on. Basically, I have somebody who we thought they lived down the street, but now today it seems that this lady, she's not even from this neighborhood. She comes over to me. She approaches me rather hastily with her 3 dogs. I don't want to say violently, but very confrontationally with her 3 dogs, and demands my name. Then she says she knows who I am. I don't even live on the street, and I have some nerve to leave my junk truck there, and that I better get my act together and just get a fucking garage or a property where I can work on the cars. You know, as much as I'd love to be able to do that, I can't. So I just reminded her, basically, it's a public street. You know, there's really nothing that she can do about somebody working on a car on a public street. But she didn't like hearing that. You'll see it all in the following footage that's going to follow here. It's just my little intro. I'm not trying to ramble on here, but I'm starting to. Just to set up what happened. A week ago, I had the incident with the 2 tickets written. A couple hours after I made my rant video about the 2 tickets on both of my vehicles. One, the Jeep was parked too far from the curb, and the other, they hit the Ram Charger again for another inspection violation. It brings me up to $1,200 in tickets for the Ram Charger, and I'm not sure how far the ticket is for the Jeep. I still have to go and look it up. Both of those tickets disappeared within a few hours after I made my rant video. Somebody went and took those 2 tickets off of both of my vehicles in order to try to get me in even more trouble. Maybe perhaps they thought that I didn't know about the ticket and now I wouldn't find out till I get a notice in the mail saying I owe double. Or until I get, you know, maybe their thinking is like it'll get me like arrested, or it'll get my registration suspended or something when I find out months from now that the tickets were there and I never even knew it. Whatever their thinking is, they did this out of spite. They did it to try to get me. But the best part of all of this, I've been wanting to install a dash cam for like years now. I've been saying I'm going to do it. I almost bought like a really cheap one that would just record when the vehicle's in motion. Like $40 one. But I decided to get a good one. One that's going to sense motion. One that's going to sense somebody lingering around my vehicle for more than a certain, I believe it's like 20 or 30 seconds. If it senses motion for more than a prolonged amount of time, it's going to record, it's going to loop whatever footage was before that. I believe it's 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes after, something like that. It's basically, it's going to get it. If somebody goes and hits my car and takes off, I'll have it all on video. Now, if somebody breaks into my car, I'll have it all on video. The dash cam is hidden. It's hidden in plain sight. You can't even see it. This person, when they went and removed the ticket from my Jeep and also from my Ram Charger, they had no idea that I had them in full 1080p, high definition, committing, I don't want to say if it's a crime or what, that's for the police to figure out. They're going to have to decide what they want to do with this. But the point is, this person, the way I look at it, they used the police to go, have the ticket issued, and then they went right back to my vehicles and they removed the tickets from them in order to try to get me in even more trouble. That's bad enough as it is. But now fast forwarding to today, a week later, I broke my front drive shaft a couple months ago, got my replacement in today, and today was the day that I was going to install my drive shaft. So I went around, parked behind the Ram Charger. I had Vicky, my Crown Vic, parked over there as well. So I have the Ram Charger, Vicky, and the Jeep. While I was jacking up one side of the Jeep, I noticed a lady walking in my direction with 3 dogs. As soon as she got to where the Ram Charger was, she slowed down and she started to make an exaggerated point of looking at my vehicle in disgust. And I pretty much had a feeling, I could pretty much sense that there was about to be a confrontation. Of course, I don't really leave my phone in my pocket when I'm working, just because I've broken enough screens doing that, so I had it in the back of the car, in the trunk. And this lady, she's looking and all this stuff, and then she stops right there in the middle of the road, and then she starts going berserk. First thing she does, she starts saying like, "Who the fuck are you? How dare you? You don't even live on this street. Who the fuck do you think you are that you can work on your cars when you don't even live here? How is that truck still even here? That truck's not even supposed to be here anymore. The inspection expired 4 years ago. That truck should be gone. How is it that it's even here anymore?" And I was like shocked. Excuse me, miss? Is there a problem? And then she just starts going off totally. "I know who you are. I investigated you. I know that you don't even live here. You have some nerve. Who the fuck are you leaving your car on a jack? You can't do that. You can't work on your car in the street." And I was like, wow. And I said, "Miss, this is a public road. I have every right to use it just as much as you do. How is it that I'm disturbing you by working on my car in the street? How does this bother you?" Of course, she had nothing to say to that. She starts walking away. I figured now would be the time to get the camera. Of course, it's too late, because I really do wish that I got the initial confrontation. Of Of course, once you start recording somebody, they usually change their whole attitude and everything totally. But she tells me her name, everything. You know, you'll see that coming up next. But she pretty much, like, she just couldn't believe that my truck was still there on the street. She said that thing should be gone by now. Obviously, she's maybe one of the people who are complaining. As far as the whole taking the ticket off the car thing, I'm not going to mention any more of that in this video. But there are further steps that I'm going to be taking, you know, to rectify this. Because this is how I look at it, okay? Last couple things I'm going to say here, and then I'm going to cut to the video because I don't want to ramble on. And I am. But the point is, my philosophy in life, I have respect for everybody, okay? I don't care who they are. I respect everybody equally. Until you start to show me your true colors, until I start to see who you really are and how you treat me or somebody else, I'm going to respect you no matter what. I'm going to respect your space. I'm going to respect the street you live on. I'm going to have nothing but respect. Because I was taught, respect is the golden rule. You treat other people the way you want to be treated. And I firmly believe in this. Therefore, I have no problem. If the lady came over to me, maybe a little bit nicer, and just said, hey, you know, I'd like to talk to you. You know, you got this junk truck over here. I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. What are you going to do with it? Why is it still here? You know, this or that. Maybe we could have had a little bit of a conversation where I would have just pretty much said, look, miss, I'm sorry. You don't like the street? You know, there's a lot of things that I don't like about this town. I don't like a lot of things. But this is my truck, and it's parked here on a public street legally. I'm getting tickets every couple weeks because people are complaining. I'm paying the tickets. I'm trying to finish my project here. I'm not in school. I can't completely get it all done yet. But as soon as I'm back, I'll have it done real quick. Truck's going to be inspected. And there's really not going to be anything that anybody could bother me about anymore. But, you know, I wouldn't apologize to her, but I would just pretty much say, look, don't think that it's going to stay here forever. I have plans with it. But no, she had to immediately berate me, yell at me, tell me off, tell me I'm a fucking piece of shit, and everything. Everything and anything. But that was the first part of this. It just mildly upset me. A guy drove by in his car. He saw the confrontation after when I recorded her. And he left. He went down the street. I could see her talking with him and some other neighbors down the street all looking in my direction, which you'll see in the video. And then the guy, after this lady left, she went in her backyard somewhere of a house. He comes over in his car and he says, hey, guys, listen. This lady, she's absolutely crazy. She just called the police. I would not want to stick around. I would not want to deal with her because she's not playing with the full deck. If I were you, I would just get out of here because she did call the police. So I said, okay, thank you, sir. I went, I put all my things back in the car. I got in Vicky. I took off and I parked in my parking space. Now, as soon as I parked my car in the parking space, I got out of the car. I walked down. It's basically like a private parking lot. And I walked down into the direction of the street. This street, it's perpendicular to the street that I work on my cars on. Now, I see this lady right away. She's walking up the street again with her 3 dogs, but she's like, you know, like really like worked up, like running up the hill. And she comes over, and of course I'm on the phone with my 2 friends who were also there. They witnessed this whole thing. So of course I couldn't get the first few minutes of video. I'm trying to hang up the freaking phone. I'm trying to start the video. But I do end up starting it. The only thing I missed from that video was just her with the most sinister looking smile on her face, saying, "They're looking for you. You better go. You know, they're there. They're the cops. They're looking for you. The policeman wants to talk to you. Go. Good job." I'm like, okay, look, I got nothing to say. You know, I didn't do anything wrong. Now, there's a couple, which you'll see in the video, an elderly couple across the street, and they're walking in the opposite direction. And this lady, at this point now, I pretty much figured out her personality, I knew that she would lie in a heartbeat. She starts screaming to this elderly couple. As soon as she noticed them, she didn't at first notice them, but as soon as she sees them there, she's just talking to me like you better go down there. They're looking for you, sweetie. You know, like, oh, you know, they're there, the policeman and this and that. Oh, it's crazy and psychotic and everything. As soon as she sees this couple across the street, she turns to them and she goes, "Help! Help! I'm scared! I'm afraid! I'm afraid! Help!" And she starts walking away. Fine. And then I tell the couple across the street, I'm like, yo, she's fucking crazy. I told him, I said, this lady, she's going nuts on me just because I was jacking on my car. It's just like change a tire. And she comes and she's screaming at me that I can't work on my car in the street and all this stuff. Okay, whatever. I'm not even bothering her. I'm not even doing anything. I'm walking out of my driveway and she's coming up to me. So then she goes running down the street after she tries to tell this elderly couple that she's afraid of me and that I'm chasing her. The police were on the street. She runs down to the corner, and in the direction of the police, she starts screaming, "Help! Help! He's chasing me! He's chasing me!" Liar. She goes and lies to the police after she calls them, goes screaming and running to them, running manically down the street, saying that I was threatening her, when all I did was just videoed her on a public street. So, I have no respect for people who lie. I have tremendous respect for the police. And if somebody's going to lie to the police, that's low. The police have a lot to worry about as it is. And our police here in this town, they do a good job taking care of it. And I have nothing but respect for them for that. But to see this lady disrespect authority like that, call the police, use them, just to make some complaint, just because she didn't like that I have my car on the street, but then go and lie to them. I don't like that. I have a problem with that. And that's why I'm putting this video up specifically. Because I would like anybody who's going to Google this name, Susan Cook, if that's really her name, then God bless you, Susan. Because people now, they're going to see your true colors. And if anybody wants to ever deal with you for whatever reason where they're going to Google search you, now they're going to see who you really are. And they might think twice about even wanting to have anything to do with you. So now with further ado, here's the video. I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to ramble anymore. Following is going to be the footage of what happened today. Go ahead and watch, and I hope you guys enjoy.
All my life. Thank you very much.
And what do you have to say? What's your problem about me being in a public street and changing a tire?
You leave your lifts and you're careful. And
you don't like what? You don't like what? You don't like what? Huh? Say it again. Go ahead. Say it.
Car lifts
okay.
and your blocks on a public street.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, it's a public street, miss.
What's your name, sir?
Doesn't matter what my name is.
Oh, see, I'm brave enough to say mine.
Oh,
Susan
really?
Cook.
Good.
What's yours?
You'll be all over the internet. Have a good one. Enjoy watching my YouTube channel.
A lot better.
All right. Good. Have a good day, miss. You should clean up your act. So I'm putting the front drive shaft here in the Jeep. I just about got it ready to put in. Putting some primer on it. And so I'm just over here, just needing to raise the front end a little bit. Wow, it's over here. Comes with 3 dogs, and she's like looking like at my car and stuff, and she's like all like cozy looking and like stopping in the middle of the road. And then she starts screaming at me. What was she saying? She's like, "Is this your car?" And she's like, "How is it that your car can still be on the road with no inspection?" And what else did she say? She was like,
yeah, why she was like, something about like dumping your shit on the block.
yeah. Oh, you leave. What's with leaving your car on blocks? On the block. You leave your car on blocks.
Like right up there, like.
Yeah, and oh, you don't even live on this street. I investigated you. I know who you are. I already know you. I checked you out, and you don't live here.
But she actually, but that's what I'm saying. You checked you out. And that
You're right. Like she thinks she knows me. Well, now she's gonna find out who I am when she ends up on my YouTube channel. Oh yeah, that's why I told her she better clean up her act. Because if she did, maybe she would get it, and then she wouldn't be so much of a fucking pissed off. You know what? Not gonna say. But I hate living in a fucking area where you're living on top of each other. It sucks. People don't respect someone. If they want to work on their car, they're a fucking bum. Like I said in my rant video, they're a bum. They got nothing else better to do than have someone come and fucking interrogate them
Is this your car? Why is it still on the street? It's not even legally supposed to be on the street. The inspection's expired. Oh, good. Good for you, bitch. You see that my inspection's expired? You want me to go over to your house and look at your cars? I'm not even going to do that because I don't care. I mind my own business. I got better shit to do. So, anyway, thanks, Miss Cook. What was her name? Linda Cook? Susan Cook. All right, well, if somebody Googles your name, they'll get to see you at your finest. Thanks for making my day. Anyway, let's get back to work with this drive shaft here.
If they did an investigation, she already seen your name on top of the car and who you were.
Yeah, exactly, right? My two permits are there. I left that in Yeah, okay, good point.
Like, you literally live like right up there.
Well, she doesn't think that, so that's all good. The car would have been towed, but I've already paid $1,000 in tickets to keep the car on the road, storage fees, right? Before I can build my project, I gotta keep it here. I gotta put in another leaf spring. I need to fix the steering boxes, stuff, you know? I thought I would be in school. Nah, that doesn't matter. I thought I would be in school, so I thought I was gonna be able to bring it into school to fix it, but that didn't happen, so whatever. Anyway, back to work. Public street. This is America still, right? Is this still America, Mark?
I don't know, it might be China.
Yeah, I don't know, pretty soon, right? But anyway, this isn't my America, I'll tell you that. I'm gonna work on my fucking car. Imagine someone in Canada coming over. Hey, what you got over there, eh? You're working on your car, eh? Oh, alright, have a good day, eh? But no, not in America. Over here, is this your fucking car? Why is it still on the road? It doesn't have an inspection, it's not legal. Oh, okay, well then, sorry, bitch. A lot of things aren't legal.
Down the street for the car.
Yeah? I don't care. She's a bitch. Thanks though. Have a good one, man. Sorry she's your neighbor. What's that? Huh? Go ahead, what? What are you saying? Who? Huh? Who? Who's looking?
You are disturbed.
Who's looking? Huh? I'm disturbed? I'm the one who goes up to random people in the street. You're on a public street. No, you're on a public street. Now let me ask you something. Are you the person who took the tickets off my cars?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, absolutely not? Really?
Come with me.
Huh? Huh? What's that? I don't have to come with you. You're scared of me, huh?
I'm scared of him.
Oh, she's scared. She's crazy. That's what she is. She came up and attacked me in the street.
I'm scared of him.
I'm just recording her for her own safety. I'm recording her for her own safety. I was changing my tire in my car and she came up to me and she started. For her, it's not. I'm fine. I told her I'm on a public street. I can do whatever I want.